Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host, CryptoSomniac, here to bring you everything crypto related. Just want to test and make sure mic is working well. I have you guys pulled up on my external monitor. Can everyone hear me okay? Is everything working smoothly? Let me know. I had some interesting music playing. I hopped in the shower just before this video started. Hopefully the music wasn't too crazy for you. I heard some interesting sounds coming out. I played some copyright music. Last time I had a live stream, my live stream got taken down for copywriting some music, or playing copyrighted music. Is my live stream updating? Sounds fine. I can hear you. Okay. So, before we get started, I ran a poll yesterday. I was asking you guys, one of my team members posted a poll in the Facebook group. I'm not sure where it went. And wanted to see what you guys most needed help with. And it sounded like Neo and setting up the Mac client if you're a Mac user. So I'm going to go over how to do that again today. Here's the poll here. Seth Bott is a member of the CryptoSomniac team. And he posted this for me on my behalf. So it looks like you guys needed help setting up the Neo Mac client. I also want to cover QTum and if you should get in or not. Additionally, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you can get a link to it below. We got a strong community of members here posting a whole lot of stuff. Additionally, give this video a thumbs up. What that does is just lets other people know that this video is worth watching. Additionally, if you reshare it on Facebook or Twitter, all you have to do is share this video here in Facebook. I'm not sure where it went. Or retweet it on Twitter. Any of my videos this past week, you'll be eligible to win some free cryptocurrency tomorrow night. During the Crypto Weekly Digest, I will be giving free crypto away to one person that shared this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them. I have the chat pulled over here in the right hand side. Let me know. I'm going to go over how to set up the Neo wallet for Mac users, and then if you guys have questions while I'm going through the video, just leave them and I'll respond as we go or afterwards, depending upon what the question is. So for starters, let's just take a look at Neo's price right now. Neo has shot up a lot the past week due to the news in the update. They had completed the update August 8th. They went on tour in Japan all this week, and I'm sure attracted a lot of new investors into the idea. Right now their headquarters is in China, so they branched out and took a tour in Japan. And we saw the price shoot up and then pull back a little bit, so it might be a good time to buy into some Neo. Again, if you're a long-term holder, it doesn't really matter when you invest. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, it doesn't really matter if you invest now, today, tomorrow, last week. I think this coin is $100 easy in the next several months, just like Ethereum. But without further ado, let's head over to neo.org. So if you're a Mac user, there currently is not a wallet created by Neo themselves. What there is a wallet called the Neon wallet. It's a third-party wallet, but it is supported by Neo. What you have to do to get that is it's actually on Neo's website itself. So they do support it, and I would fully trust it. It's available for Windows users as well, and I downloaded it here. I'm going to show you guys how to use it. You can get it, like I said, if you're a Mac user or a Windows user, but this is the only option really for Mac users. If you're a Windows user, you can use the native client built by Neo themselves. You can also use the web wallet if you are, regardless if you're a Mac or a Windows user. But what you'll do is you'll come to the Neo website and you come to download, and you have a couple of options here: the mobile, the desktop, the web. And again, this is going to be specifically for Mac users, but you can also download this even if you're a Windows user. Personally, I use the Neo GUI wallet provided right here for Windows. And but like I said, you can use this right here even if you are a Windows user as well. I just prefer, I don't know, I prefer the new Neo GUI because I've been using it for a while. But what you'll do is you'll just hit download, and you'll download that. And my screen is a little buggy, but you'll be brought to this page here, and you can download here the Mac one for Mac users. And what you'll do is you'll install that on your computer. I already have that installed here. I downloaded the Windows one, but you'll just save this file and open it up. and save it and run it just like any other program you would wherever you want on your computer. After that, you will load up the program, and again, this is the Neon wallet, and you'll actually be brought to this screen here. Now, if you have an existing wallet on the web or the Neo client itself, if you are a Windows user, you can actually log into your wallet via your private key here. What you can do is extract your private key from the web or the Neo client and pull your wallet into here. But if you don't have a wallet already and your money's sitting on Bittrex and you're a Mac user and you don't have a private key or a wallet set up, you might have to create a new wallet, and that's just fine. So your money might be sitting on Bittrex, it might be sitting on, I forget some of the other exchanges that carry Neo. I bought mine on Bittrex. It's also on Binance is another big one. I have an account there. But what you'll do is if you're a Mac user and you have your Neo stored somewhere, you will open the Neon client and you'll just hit New Wallet, and you'll be brought to this screen here. And you'll be given your private and public key in both the hex format and a QR code. What I suggest you do is print this out. The safest thing to do is to print it out and to basically store it somewhere safe that you don't think anyone will ever touch it or see it again, because this is basically, if anyone has access to this private key, they have access to your funds. So if you save it on your computer and someone was to hack your computer, or if you saved it in your email or Dropbox or wherever you might store this file, they have access to your funds. So the safest thing to do is really to print it out on a piece of paper. Also, you could just store this maybe in a notepad file, throw it on a thumb drive, and then never plug that thumb drive back into a computer. That might be a good way to keep your money safe, your private key safe. And again, yeah, just write this stuff down. You'll never be presented with this again. So make sure you keep this somewhere safe when you go to log in. And after you keep this, I'm going to just copy my private key, and I'll just store it right here in this notepad file here, and I'll write down my public key address. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. What this does is let other people in the community know it's worth watching. So now I have my addresses here. What I'll do is go back to log in, and you will copy your private key from wherever you saved it, and you will paste that in there and then hit log in. And there you go. And right here you'll see this public key here that I wrote down is the same inside of the client here written down. Why can't I copy and paste keys from old Neo wallet on Windows? Doesn't work. What you should be able to do is, let me pull up on my external monitor the old Neo client. Now, can I ask you the old Neo wallet on Windows? Okay, let me pull that up. Bear with me one moment. Downloads, Neo, and Neo GUI. And that should be loading. Just bear with me one moment. And we'll continue this. There's some more information that I want to share here inside of this Neon wallet here, especially if you're trying to claim gas. Just bear with me while the Neo wallet loads. Alright, I have to open my wallet. And I'm just doing this on my external monitor. I'll pull it in front of you guys in just a moment. And oh, my computer is not responding to my Neo GUI wallet right now. I got a lot of things open. There we go. Okay, we are in. All right, back to your question. So you copy and paste your old keys from the Neo wallet on Windows. So this is my Neo client right here in Windows. I have it pulled up, and what you do is, I have a number of addresses here created already, but what you should be able to do to copy your private key is just right click any one of your addresses. And my computer is being slow again. Sorry, bear with me while this catches up. But what you should be able to do is right click on one of these addresses and hit view private key. Now I'm not going to hit view private key on my screen, since that will display to all you guys and this is sensitive information, but you should just be able to right click any one of your addresses and view your private key to copy that down. And what you'll be able to do is then come back to the Neon wallet, if you want to use the Neon wallet, and then paste that in there, and hopefully that works for you guys. Now with the Neon wallet, they make it really easy to claim gas. all you have to do is really hit claim this gas button here, and you'll see the gas populate here. Now, I don't have any Neo stored in the Neon wallet. I haven't had any stored in here at all, so there won't be any Neo gas generated for me here. So when I click this button, nothing really happens. But if you're to store Neo, you basically earn or accumulate Neo gas continuously, and it's not like a dividend where you get paid quarterly or daily. It gets paid really real time, all the time. I think it continuously updates. Now, you don't need to come in here and claim your gas every day. You could literally leave this here for a year if you wanted and claim your gas once a year. And as many of you know, Neo gas is being traded for actual value, and it really baffles me a little bit because the Neo gas actually doesn't have any real value to it. The token itself is virtually worthless. But yet people continue to trade it on a number of exchanges, and it's going right now for 1673. And as you can see, I have just over 6 Neo gas, and I haven't claimed my Neo gas recently, so I probably have more like 7 or 8 Neo gas in just the past couple of weeks. And if you multiply 7 or 8 times 16, that's about $100, you know, for doing not much at all. The screen team is terrible, no offense. Back to your kitchen background. Let me pull up what that looks like. Yeah, the green screen. We got a little bit of stuff going on there. That does look interesting. Let's see. Give us your private key. I would love to. What else do we have here? I think we'll be at the $200 billion mark by the end of the year. We could even hit the $500 billion mark by the end of the year, to be honest. Does it have to be open? No, you do not have to have the Neon client wallet open to generate or stake your Neo coins. All you have to do is have it on the network. And what's that?
Live stream offline.
My live stream. My video output is low. Okay. Streaming live. Stream complete.
It said it was offline for a second, and now it's back.
Okay, we are back. Streaming resume. One moment. I think we are back. Streaming live. You are now live streaming, and streaming resumed. Okay, the stream is continuing. Okay, sorry guys. We are back. Sorry for the brief delay. I lowered some of the resolution from 1080p here to 720p. I think we were having trouble buffering for some of you guys. What we were talking about is, I saw a question here on the side. Do you have to have Neo gas open, or Neon wallet open, to be basically earning the Neo gas? And the answer is no, you do not. You do not have to have that wallet open. You can come in once a year if you want to claim your gas, and you'll be able to receive that. So I also want to talk about QTum and where you might want to buy in, and just some new news coming about QTum. Just bought 100 Neo for 3,000. Hope that was not a mistake. I don't think that was a mistake at all. I think Neo is a great long-term investment. It's one of my top altcoins in my portfolio. If you're interested in learning more about my portfolio and what coins I have, or really anything, if you're having trouble still with this setup for the client or the wallets in general, you can book a one-on-one appointment with me. I have that set up over here, my channel, and I have an appointment scheduler right here. It takes you to Setmore, which is a website that allows you to schedule one-on-one sessions with me, and you'll be able to basically Skype me, and I'll go over whatever you guys need help with. If you want to know what altcoins you guys are should be invested in, what I'm invested in, if you just want to pick my brain and hear what I'm interested in, or just hear my thoughts on cryptocurrency and the space in general. Like I said, we do it Skype, one-on-one, and I can also share my screen with you if you're having technical difficulties getting some things set up. Maybe you want to go over chart analysis. I can teach you how to go over that. Additionally, if you are if you're new to cryptocurrency, you can check my course out over on Udemy. Right now, you get early access to it. The technical analysis section of the course is just about complete. You'll learn everything you need to know about cryptocurrency there. You'll learn how to set up a wallet, how to get it set up on the exchanges, how to research coins, how to perform technical analysis of your own. Basically, everything you need to know. One-stop shop, and we're adding basically everything to it. What's the most secure wallet? The Neo GUI. Basically, the Neo GUI and the Neo wallet should be equally secure. Basically, both of them provide you your private keys, and that's really all you need to be set, because if you leave your private keys in the hands of the exchanges, you're not in control of the money. When you go to the bank and you give your money to the bank, like Wells Fargo or TD Bank or whatever bank you have, you're giving your keys basically to them. They could go in your vault anytime they want and open your money. The thing is, with that, the government basically protects your money. They insure it, they back it up. So if Wells Fargo was to take all your money out of the account, at least in America, the FDIC will basically insure your money and say, hey, put that money back, or they'll provide you money. In exchanges or in cryptocurrency, the exchanges are not obligated, they are not insured by the government. They could shut down, they could be hacked, they could run away with your money. You're not in full control of your money. So basically, when you have your private key, you are the only one that can access your money. So the Neon wallet and the Neo GUI client are equally secure. Both of them provide you your private key, so it really doesn't matter which one you use, whichever one you're more comfortable with. Personally, I just use the GUI, but either or works just fine. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to shout them out in the side. I will try to answer them here as we go. The next thing I want to talk about is QTum. So QTum is a competitor to Neo. I made a presentation on it a couple days ago comparing the two. Right now we have a little bit of consolidation. We pulled back. We reached some new highs. Neo and QTum sort of went up together. I do think I think they can coexist. They're similar products and similar projects. I'm not going to cover again what QTum is entirely here, but they're both smart contract platforms, each working a little bit differently. I think they do have the possibility to coexist. The biggest flag I think on QTum is their CEO, Patrick Dye. He was involved in BitBay. No one is sure to what extent he was involved basically in a scam in BitBay, and no one really has any proof for or against the case, so I'm not exactly sure what QTum and what Patrick Dye's relationship is, and how how concerned you should really be. I think I just want to note that you guys should be aware of that, and take caution when investing in QTum. If you're looking to purchase QTum, we're going to pull up a chart over on Coinigy. Coinigy is a site that I like to use the most for analyzing charts, statistics, everything, and it's free for the first 30 days, and then it's $10 a month afterwards. But if you're trading large amounts of money, I'm sure it's worth its weight. And what you do is just collapse this side here, and I think I have a chart loaded up. I have a Steam chart here loaded. Let's change this to QTum. And I have a lot of indicators here already set up, and I go over how to use a lot of these indicators on my course over on Udemy. I have them set up already here, and I'll show you how to understand and read some of them. But if you want to learn how to set some of them up, check out my course over on Udemy. The link is in the description below or in the banner for my YouTube profile pic. One thing I want to add to this chart is because like I said, we are consolidating right now. I want to add a Fibonacci retracement to this chart and run it from this low point here that we had back all the way here to the top right here. And if you guys have been a part of my course, you'll know that this sweet spot right here, the 61.8 level, is a pretty good level to get in at a trade once you see some pullback in the market. I have a couple of other indicators here up, the RSI, the MACD, which shows us a little bit of trend reversal. We're showing, or at least right now, it looks like we're bottomed out, and we're sort of bouncing around right now. QTum is falling a little bit. But if you're looking a price to get in at, one of the best prices I like to get in at when using the Fibonacci retracement is really this blue spot here, this sweet spot right here. And depending upon how conservative you are, will depend upon what price you want to get in at. So you could queue in anywhere along this line. Now, what I like to do is set my queue. I'm a little bit more conservative. I like to set somewhere up in this region here, because if you are to queue in, say at this price here, and set a queue price here, you run the risk of basically this chart. Let me get the paintbrush out and show you guys. You run the risk of this basically bouncing off this line and then shooting back up. And if you're to set your queue price here and you're more conservative, yes, you'll get in at a cheaper price and you'll make more money. You'll make this much money more than the person who queues at this line. But you run the risk of actually not entering the trade altogether. by setting your Q price so conservatively. So it's really up to you and what your trading habits are. If you're looking to get in at a good price, I would say this Q line here is pretty good. Let me write that on this chart here. Q at, and that is 0.00324806 Satoshis. So right around there. So that would be a price that I would look to get into QTum if you're looking to get into QTum anytime soon. You can also use some of these other indicators, such as the RSI. Again, I'm more conservative. I squeeze my RSI up into 80 and 20. You can change the settings of your RSI indicator here. And what this is basically just a chart that shows you if something's overbought or oversold. Right now, we're sort of in the middle around this 40, 50 mark. But over here, you could use this chart to basically tell you that the RSI is oversold. What we have here is basically a bearish moment, a bearish convergence in this RSI chart here. What this shows is we have a lower peak here from the original peak here, and meanwhile the price it goes up in price during that same period of time. And what that shows you is really that the price is actually higher than one would be led to believe, or at least internally the market is telling us that the price should actually be lower than what price is currently at. And what we see after that is basically this huge drop off in price. And you could have seen that, you know, by using this RSI indicator here, that basically price is higher than it should be. Again, if you want to learn how to chart like this and you want to go over things in more depth, I suggest you take a look at my course over on Udemy. It's listed right here in my Udemy, or in my YouTube banner, and in all the descriptions of the video below. And if you want more one-on-one technical analysis, you can schedule an appointment with me as well. We can go over things in depth. Do you recommend investing in OmiseGO as well? I have invested in OmiseGO. I like it. It's sort of like a combination between a company called Humanic and some of the decentralized exchanges we have, such as you know, BitShares. BitShares is one of the biggest decentralized exchanges that we have, and I like it. I like what OmiseGO is doing. They're trying to bring banking to the unbanked people in the world, just like Humanic is. However, they are also a decentralized exchange, which I think is the future for cryptocurrency, decentralized exchanges. I think it makes sense to basically have decentralized exchanges. I mean, why would we centralize a decentralized asset such as cryptocurrency? It doesn't make much sense to have centralized exchanges. So I do think that is part of the future. Hi, I invested in OMG too, but it falls and falls. It went up a lot this week. Let me pull up a chart of OMG. Let's take a look. OMG. I love that the ticker's OMG. And whoop, get rid of this line here. Again, you could have probably predicted this fall here. Like, take a look at this. The RSI peaks right here really high, and then we have a lower high here. Meanwhile, during this period, we have price increase from there to, you know, all the way up here during that same period of time. And internally, you could have read basically that the price is higher than it really should be using this indicator here. So you're going to see some fallback here. And if we use a Fibonacci retracement on this and take it back to, let's say, here and the high here, we're approaching some low levels here. So if you bought OMG, I would not look to get out here. We're pretty close to this mark here. We could see some consolidation, bounce off this line, and then eventually come back up. But, you know, I would not look to short it. If you're not in OMG already, it might be a good opportunity to buy. I would look to buy in perhaps somewhere in this range here. If you want to set a Q price, somewhere here. Let's see what that price is. I'll add that to the chart. Q in at 0.00135,215. Right there. If you're looking to buy OMG and you're not in already, I would look to buy in somewhere around there. We're approaching the bottom here at the MACD. We might see the blue cross the red pretty soon. Additionally, these charts here, I have a bunch of moving averages set up on my chart. We have the orange, the red, and uh, the orange, and the green. Where's the green? Why am I? Oh, there it is, right there. Blanking for a second. But what we have here is, I like to use some of these moving averages here, such as the 18 moving average and the 66-day moving average. And we can see that the green has actually crossed the orange here. And what this is a bunch of moving averages. The red is really fast. It's only a 6-day moving average. The orange is an 18-day moving average. And the green is a long 66-day moving average. And what that is basically, this is kind of like the old grandparent here, the green line here. And these are, this could be the parent, the orange, and then the children in red. And all they are is basically moving averages of the past several days, or the past, in the green case, 66 days, but a bunch of moving averages, and they really never stray too far from each other. And you can really use them to read the chart and where they're going. And the green crossed the orange here, and that's that purple cross here. And there's only 2 of them on this chart here. We have one here back before the large increase in price, and then we have another one here. And what you'll probably see is some pullback, some consolidation. Let me get my paintbrush here. So this is the area I'm talking about right here. We have a crossover here, and you're probably going to see the green pull back. And it's telling, the children here over in this area to catch up. They've strayed too far away from their grandparents. They need to come back here in this region here. This chart's getting pretty messy. Let me delete some of this. But anyway, I would look to buy back in somewhere in this region here. Oh, drawing all over the place. Somewhere in this region below this 61 level, somewhere below the 0.0014 mark. What do you think of 10x? Do you have invested a lot in ICO pre-sales, or is it too risky? If you have a few moments, could you discuss technical analysis of 10x? Let's talk about 10x. I highlighted an article in a video a couple days ago about 10x. I think they're cool. I like what they're doing. They're basically a debit card that allows you to use a number of cryptocurrencies to pay for things in real life. And they are, as far as I know, one of the bigger companies out there. There are other competitors out there, but they accept basically the most cryptos. I think they have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I forget what other coins they support, but I know they support basically more than any other card out there that's competing with them, and they plan to add more in the future. I actually forget the ticker for 10x off the top of my head. Let me go take a look on CoinMarketCap what that is. 10x. Oh, pay. The ticker is pay. P-A-Y. But it went up a lot this week in price, and it came back like a lot of the other things. And again, you can see the same exact thing here. Lower highs. Lower highs. Look at this one. Let's take a look at that. Let's pull that. Let's zoom in on this. Let's move this up. We have one high here, this one slightly lower here, and then this one even lower here. All meanwhile, the price going up. So what we call that is bearish momentum divergence. They accept, my partner here let me know, they accept all ERC20 tokens as well as Dash in 10x. So they have a number of coins that they support. There are, I forget how many exactly on the Ethereum blockchain, but basically anything that's built off the Ethereum blockchain they accept. And let's draw this out for you. So we have right here these lower and lower highs. We have one here. We have another one here. And let me pull this down just a little bit more. And all meanwhile, during this same period, we have price increasing. We have price increasing. This is a perfect example of what we call bearish momentum divergence. And what this is this RSI indicator tells us that, for one, it was overbought. We're well above this 80 mark here. Mine is actually squeezed pretty tight. I like to use 80 and 20 to indicate whether something's overbought or oversold. And then you can actually take a step further and pull these lines up on the graph like I have here, and realize that basically this is that internally price is should be lower than what that price is actually at right here. And we see some pullback here. We can also draw a Fibonacci retracement on it and go from here to the high here and look for this sweet spot again that I like to buy in. If you are not invested already, I I would look for somewhere in this range here, somewhere in this blue box. I personally am not invested in 10x. I do like what they're doing. I saw a couple red flags though. I think their marketing team is stronger than their development team. It's interesting that they have a product out already and they have lackluster job descriptions. I took a look at their job descriptions on 10x's website, and I just expect more, I guess. I expect more. I don't think that they can't be at the forefront of credit cards and cryptocurrency. I would like to see, what they do with all that money that they made during the ICO and the money that people continue to invest in them. Talk about Iota. Iota is, I actually bought some Iota, what was it? About a month ago. And then I actually repurchased more about 3 or 4 days ago. I bought more. I saw it was, I think it's really cool. I'm going to cover an entire video on Iota shortly. What Iota is, and if we take a look over on CoinMarketCap, Iota is sitting at number 7 in market cap, and it's been there for about a month or two now. It's been inside the top 10. It really came out of nowhere. Iota is a totally different concept than blockchain technology, but it's lumped into all these cryptocurrencies basically. It's called Tangle, and Tangle works in a slightly, much different way than blockchain technology does. Blockchain technology has like one block after the other, after the other, after the other. In Tangle, it's sort of basically a tangle, a web, where one transaction, every time a new transaction occurs, you confirm 2 other transactions on the network. And it really is, there's no fees, there's no mining, there's like no transaction fees because of it, because you basically do the work to confirm 2 other transactions, say that they were okay before your transaction is created. And it creates this big web where you have this huge branching of all these different transactions pointing to and from against each other. Additionally, one thing I want to note about Iota is that if we go into Iota here and click what markets it's being traded on, there's not a whole lot. Bitfinex is the biggest one, the Iota exchange, and Bit520. Recently, Bitfinex actually came out and said that U.S. Investors will not be able to keep their money in Iota. I think they said you have 90 days to get your money off the exchanges on Bitfinex. And I personally, I left my money there now for the time being. I had no experience using Bit520 or the Iota exchange. I'm hoping in the future more exchanges come out and support Iota. Again, I'm going to go more in depth with it, but I think it's a really cool idea. You can use Iota to talk to machines. So I don't know, say you're at the beach and there is a vending machine full of Coca-Cola 5 miles downtown, but you're thirsty and you're hot on the beach and there is no vending machine. What the vending machine could do 5 miles inroad is, for example, talk to maybe a drone, and the drone or the person at the beach is thirsty, and the vending machine knows that there is no vending machine there on the beach. And the vending machine could, for example, talk to a drone, and the drone could come up and pick the vending machine up and take it to the beach where it could make money. And the vending machine could pay the drone, and then you could pay the vending machine. And it's just a really interesting concept where all these machines can start to actually talk to each other. And I don't know, it's a bit crazy. It sounds a little bit scary, to be honest, but it's a really cool concept, and I'll cover that more in depth. And it's something that I really like. How much money have I made in trading cryptos? I'm not going to say exactly, but I've made a living in cryptocurrency. I think cryptocurrency is the future. I think it is the new economic movement. There's so much cool technology being developed in all these projects. Not all of them are going to last forever. Not all of them are going to make it. There are so many, but some of them are worth investing in. And sometimes you got to take your shot in a new ICO. You're not sure. And it's a really interesting concept. There's a lot of cool information. I made somewhere in between 5 and 7 figures in cryptocurrency. I think it's a great investment. I think I'm here just to spread the information. I'm here to show you guys how to get started and why it's so important. I just want to help you guys understand it. It's a hurdle when you don't know something, when you don't have knowledge or experience in something new. You don't know what it's like. I spent a year traveling in Southeast Asia and Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and when I first scheduled my trip in the plane, I was nervous as heck. I flew there all by myself, had no idea what I was doing. I quit my job, and just went out there. I thought Thailand was scary. I thought I was going to end up in the jungle and have diseases and who knows what. And I had no idea what to expect. But I ended up spending almost a year over there. And when you're there, it's just like any other place. It's completely normal. Obviously, it's a lot different than the East, but you learn to adapt, and it's no different or scarier than it is here at home. I live here in the U.S., and it's no different. And once I accumulated that knowledge and experience, I was completely comfortable with living in Thailand, living there long term, and it didn't seem so foreign. And my job here is to bridge that gap again. When you realize and you get your hand invested in a little bit of crypto, maybe you start with $100, maybe $200, and just get some skin in the game, and it incentivizes you to learn more. And you realize it's not so scary. Yes, there's a lot of swings and volatility, but if you're strong and you can withstand that, you bode well. You stand a chance to make a lot of money. The market cap here has risen immensely the past year, and I really think we're on basically a parabolic curve. You're going to see this thing hit $1 trillion eventually. We're at $100 billion, which is nothing. It's really nothing. The New York Stock Exchange is something like $20 trillion. We're at nothing. This really is the future. It's the new economic movement. This really is. It's life changing. It really is. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I say no, but my girl insists that it is. I don't know what to say to that. Bamboo hut on the beach and coconut. Yeah, I hope that I'm sipping some coconuts on the beach in Thailand again soon. It's great over there. If you guys have any other questions, you don't know anything about it. Second time you jump me. What do you know about Neblio? I'll be honest, I don't know Neblio, but I'll take a quick look at it. Neblio. It does not seem to come up on CoinMarketCap. Neblio.
ICO.
If I'm guessing it's probably an ICO. Let me just Google it real fast. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about it. I have not heard of it before. I'll take a quick look. Neblio, next generation enterprise blockchains. I'm a bit picky when it comes to ICOs. There are so many out there. There really are. And it's tricky. A lot of them are going to fail. The biggest ICOs I like the most are something that is doing something new and different. Like we have a lot of cryptocurrencies. We have a lot of smart contracts. We have, credit card companies. We have insurance companies. I like when I see something new. For example, let me just take a look at all the currencies. EOS is one of the ICOs that's new. They are basically going to make it a lot easier for programmers to program on the blockchain. Where is EOS? Where is EOS? Am I missing it? Where is it? Control F, EOS. Why don't I see EOS? What happened to EOS? EOS I thought was in the top 20. Let me search for it. EOS. EOS is at 500 billion or 500 million, sorry, in market cap. Let me go back to the front page. Where is it? Why is it not on the front page? It is, oh, right there. I must have scrolled over it a bunch of times. EOS is a new ICO that is in the crowdfunding sale currently, and it's different than a lot of other ICOs. It's basically a smart contract, but they're going to make it a lot easier to program in other languages and basically bridge the gap that a lot of these blockchain developers need to understand to program on the blockchain. But going back to Neblio, let me just take a quick look at it. Again, I'm sorry I have not looked at this before. We are a global blockchain developer network centered around simple to use APIs, tools, and services. Let us help you develop and deploy your next generation distributed application.
Sounds a lot like Iota.
Sounds a little bit like Iota. Let me take a look at, do they have a mission statement? We design and develop open source products and services to drive business value from the Neblio blockchain network. It's to simplify the many current blockchain tech via intuitive services. Okay, I'll have to take a deeper look into it. Maybe you could set up a one-on-one appointment with me if you're interested in learning more about ICOs, cryptocurrency, anything you want to learn. You could set an appointment with me on the link here on my YouTube channel. You can find it in any of the videos below. Additionally, if you're new to cryptocurrency, you can sign up for my course, enroll on Udemy. Right now, you get early access to it over on Udemy for just $10. You'll learn everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. I have a website coming soon in development. I think it is going to be really cool. I cannot wait to get that out to you guys. Additionally, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, take a look at the group. We have a lot of strong community members in here, and just come over. You'll see the link in the profile below. And additionally, if you haven't shared this video on Facebook or Twitter, just give it a retweet or a share on Facebook. You'll have an opportunity to win some free cryptocurrency tomorrow. We'll be giving that away. If you're not a subscriber to the YouTube channel already, I make these videos daily. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. What it does is it lets other people in the community know that this was worth watching. Additionally, if you like funny memes on Instagram, I have an Instagram channel. You can find that CryptoSomniac. Just search CryptoSomniac on Instagram. Right here is, I'll pull that up. How deep does the technical analysis part in your tutorial go? It's a little bit over an hour long, I believe, and I'm adding to it currently. I think we're going to have 1 or 2 more modules added to the course in the Udemy course. Additionally, you can get access to me one-on-one, and we can go in depth, however much in depth you want to go. I think that's going to cover it for today, guys. If you have any other questions, I do try to respond to all your guys' comments on YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, Steam, YouTube. I think I already said YouTube, wherever. So hit me up. I'll be happy to answer any questions. But until next time, guys, everyone stay a cryptosomniac, because the rich never